What is this 1936 metal object with a center hole I found buried in my front yard? I'm wondering if anyone can tell me what it might be. It has the year 1936 stamped at the top, a circle of 26 open square holes, and a center hole. My house was built by my grandfather in 1936. Can you please help me figure out what this is? This is a 1936 Radio Orphan Annie Secret Society decoder badge, but the backplate is missing with the letters of the alphabet. First introduced as a comic strip character in 1924, Little Orphan Annie went on to score her own radio show as soon as 1930, and her secret society sprung up in 1934. The decoder badge could be acquired with a purchase of Ovaltine and enabled radio listeners to crack encrypted messages broadcast on the show. The badge's design is heavily influenced by Masonic symbols. There was a different style decoder badge for every year the show aired. This one has a sliding secret compartment on the reverse. What is this thing I found in an old barn? It's a cast iron construction with a hand crank, and it says Cherry Burrell Facile on top. Around 20 inches wide with the handle, 16 inches in diameter, and 13 inches high. Does anyone know what this would be used for? It's an early 20th century centrifuge, a hand-cranked dairy testing machine used to determine the butterfat content of milk and cream. The machine usually held 4 to 8 or more Babcock test bottles and spun them at high speed using centrifugal force. This process, known as the Babcock test, separated butterfat from the rest of the milk, so farmers and creamery operators could accurately measure milk quality and determine payment for suppliers. Most surviving examples date from about 1900 to the 1920s, although electric versions continued into later decades. What is this item I found in a 20th century fishing and farming village whilst metal detecting? I have no clue what it is, and I've asked a few people in the area, and they have no idea either. Around 9 inches long, and I guess it's a tool of some kind. Can you please help me figure out what this is? It's an early 1900s sheep shearing clipper, used annually to remove the fleece, which was then cleaned and processed into wool for clothing, blankets, carpets, and other textiles, before modern electric shearing equipment became widespread. What is this object I found in Morocco 10 years ago? It's a beautiful heavy bronze bare-chested mermaid holding a bowl, with a small hole in the bowl. Hairpin for scale. What could be the origin and purpose? It's a bronze statuette representing Pharaoh, the goddess of water among the Bozos. The Bozos are a fishing people living along the Niger River in Mali. The goddess takes the form of a mermaid who seems to make offerings to the river so that the fishing is good. Each year, festivities are organized in his honor. What are these heavy metal objects used for? I've been going through some of my dad's old weird treasures and came across these. They are very heavy, made from solid metal, and I have no clue what they were used for. Did they serve a purpose or just for decorating? Any ideas? This is a set of nesting hedgehog ashtrays, an iconic mid-century modern design object created in the early 1950s by Austrian designer Walter Bosse. The set features 5 graduated hedgehog bowls that nest into one another, topped by a 6th solid baby hedgehog that serves as a decorative lid and a cigarette snuffer. It was designed to be functional art for social gatherings. The nesting bowls could be separated and passed around among guests as individual ashtrays. What is this thing? This might be the doohickey of all time. It's around 12 inches tall, and it is stamped made only by the Reading Hardware Company. I was guessing maybe a can opener. I would very much like to know what it was originally made for. It's a 19th century Reading 78 apple peeler, manufactured by the Reading Hardware Company in Reading, Pennsylvania, and became one of the most successful and longest-lived apple peeler designs ever produced. It was heavily advertised by the 1880s and remained in production for decades. It was patented on May 22, 1877 by William M. Griscom of Reading, Pennsylvania. I found this way in the back of my grandma's top kitchen shelf. It's made of heavy metal with a wide claw-like arms and a wooden handle that still moves. It looks like it was meant to grab something, but what exactly? I swear she kept the strangest things. Any guesses on this one? It's an antique sea urchin catching tool. Here's one I found that says it's from the Taisho Showa period, from 1912 to 1945. It was designed to pry spiky urchins off rocks and drop them into catch bags without puncturing your skin. What is this metal detecting find? It was found in my own yard, and the one part still moves on it. I'm thinking I may know what this is, but I'm hoping someone might know for sure, like the age, etc. The quarter is only for size comparison. Thank you all in advance for your help and knowledge. It's the top of an antique cigarette lighter, made by the Fay Manufacturing Company from the 1920s to 30s. It had a wick originally, and the other side was the flint striker. Push the snuffer up until it springs into a vertical position, then give the wheel a quick movement to the left. It has a US design patent on February 26, 1929, by Henry T. Schiff. What is this thing I found while metal detecting in the UK? It comprises 3 conjoined loops with a central horse's head projecting from the upper edge on the front surface. Around 1.5 inches, and it seems very old. Any ideas what it is, please? It's a strap junction, an ancient horse harness fitting dating to the late Iron Age to early Roman period, from the late 1st century BC to early 1st century AD. It was used by Celtic and Roman British societies to connect, divide, or adjust the leather straps of cavalry and chariot horse harnesses. It allowed multiple leather harness straps to intersect securely without slipping or tangling. What is this strange little metal figure inside an old dresser that I got at a flea market? It's small, detailed, and has some clips attached. I'm guessing it might hold a small candle, a cigarette pack and a match holder, a napkin holder, or maybe a hood ornament. Any idea what this curious object might have been used for? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.